Dear student, today we will study kingdom fungi. The study of fungi is called mycology. Fungi are unicellular or multicellular eukaryotes. Fungi are dimorphic, that is unicellular and multicellular. Both the phases occur in the same fungi depending on the environmental condition. They are saprophytic, heterotrophs, parasitic, and also found in symbiotic association as lichen and mycorrhiza. They are omnipresent, that is present in air, water, soil, and in animals and plants. Now let's discuss the structure. If you look at the structure of unicellular fungi, they have all the cell organelle as present in the eukaryotic cell, except that their cell wall is made up of chitin. The multicellular fungi is made up of filamentous structure called hyphae. Now hyphae is a long branching filamentous structure of fungi that is mode of vegetative growth. It consists of protoplasm. The number of nuclei varies. Some may have 1, 2. If it is 1, then the hypha is called monokaryotic. If 2, dikaryotic. 3, trikaryotic. If many, then depending on whether the hypha is of the same strain or different strain. Okay, if it is of same strain, then if they are of same strain, then it is known as homokaryotic. If they are of different strain, then it is called heterokaryotic. Now next is the hypha structure. Now hyphae are of two types, septate hyphae and aseptate hyphae. Now what is septum of hypha? The cell wall division between hypha is called septum. So septate hypha, where the hypha is divided into cellular compartment by septa. Septa have tiny perforations which allow molecules, cytoplasm and other organelles to move between the cell. You can look at the structure. This is a structure of hypha. Then you can see nucleus is present along with the nucleus, cytoplasm is there. And then these septum carry the pore, which is through which the cytoplasm can pass. Aseptate hyphae are also called sinusotic. They have multinucleated cytoplasm. They result from nuclear division within cell without accompanying the cytoplasm's division. The nuclei can move around freely. So the nuclei are scattered. There is no septum in the you can say no compartmentization or septum within the hypha. Now what is mycelium? It is the network of mass of hypha is called mycelium. Now let's look at the phases of life cycle in fungi. So two different phases are there. Life cycle carry two phases, assimilative and reproductive. Assimilative phase, during this phase hyphae, they absorb the nutrient, and after absorbing they grow into mycelium. The mycelium mature and enters the reproductive phase. Now in the reproductive phase, the aerial growth from the hyphae starts, and they form the fruiting bodies. These fruiting bodies, they bear the spores. Spores are the reproductive cell, and once these spores are released, then they further enters the assimilative phase. So the life cycle of fungi is divided into assimilative and reproductive phase. Now also understand what is fungal dimorphism. That is, it exhibit both unicellular and multicellular phases. You look at, this is the mycelium, which consists of two different types of hypha. So when it is doing the asexual reproduction, or when it enters the asexual phase, then mycelia, they are actually haploid. Okay, they enters the asexual phase, means they will develop the aerial hypha, then grow the fruiting bodies and produces the spores. And these spores are again, they produce the haploid spores. They germinate and again forms the mycelium. So this is asexual phase. When it enters the sexual phase, two different strains of hypha are required, and these two different strains of hypha, they fuse. So first phase is known as plasmogamy, in which fusion of two protoplasm takes place, but there is no fusion of nuclei. So this is stage where two nuclei are present in the same compartment and fusion doesn't occur. This is called dikaryon. The next okay, so here two different cell, maybe they are forming different gamete. Maybe one is motile and another one is non-motile, as we have discussed in last chapter, isogamy and isogamy. So different kind of spore forms. Now if you look at karyogamy, then next step after plasmogamy, karyogamy occurs, where fusion of these two nuclei occur and formation of zygote occurs. So when fusion occurs, then it become diploid. Then this zygote undergo meiosis. We have already seen what is zygotic meiosis. So this undergoes the meiosis and form the haploid spores. So again these haploid spores, they go and germinate and form the mycelia. So this is how it can enter. Now it is usually said that the fungi follow the sexual phase during the unfavorable condition. Now also we will discuss few terms like gametangia. Gametangia, an organ or cell in which gametes are produced. Usually gametangia is common term for protist, fungi, plants. Here the gametangia is a sporangium. What is a spore? It is the reproductive unit released by fungi, algae, plant, which germinate to form cell. So spore is a common term that we use for algae, also fungi and certain plants. Sporangium, a capsule in which spores are produced by organisms. So they are called sporangium. Now we will see what is reproduction type. So both sexual and asexual reproduction are observed. Sexual reproduction occur by spore formation in adverse condition. In this two different type of hyphae, but they are compatible, fuse to form zygote, and zygote produces spores. These spores are genetically different from the spores of the parents. Asexual reproduction occur by fragmentation, budding and spore formation. Here the spore formation only one hypha contributes, so spore are genetically identical to parent. We have already discussed budding. Here I will discuss fragmentation. During fragmentation, the fragmented mycelium pieces grow to new mycelia. So this is what happens in the fragmentation. Now the classification of fungi. Look at the classification of fungi. Depending on the morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation, kind of fruiting bodies, they are divided into four different groups: Zygomycetes, conjugation fungi; Ascomycetes, sac fungi; Basidomycetes, club fungi; Deuteromycetes, fungi imperfecti. If you look at the hypha, Zygomycetes have non-septate hypha, whereas the other three, Ascomycetes, Basidomycetes and Deuteromycetes, they have septate hyphae. Spore formation, here zoospore are formed which are diploid and motile. Ascomycetes from conidia, and ascospores, conidia are produced asexually, whereas ascospores are produced sexually. Then Basidomycetes, there is no spore formation takes place asexually, but sexual reproduction only occur, or fragmentation only occur in Basidomycetes. Deuteromycetes, there is no sexual you can say reproduction occurs, so conidia which are asexually produced are only formed. Fruiting body is called zygospore. Over here it is called ascus, basidium, and there is no you can say formation of there is no formation of sexual phase, so there is no fruiting bodies over here. And then example, if you look at, then in Zygomycetes, Rhizopus, Mucor, Albugo, which is parasitic fungi; Ascomycetes, Saccharomyces, Penicillium, Aspergillus, Neurospira, Claviceps, Agaricus, Basidomycetes, Ustilagopuxina, and Deuteromycetes trichoderma. Now we will see the structures. So Rhizopus, I'll be only discussing few common fungi structure from each class. Rhizopus is Stolonifera. So here you can see it has three different type of hypha: stolon, rhizoid, and sporangiophore. Stolon and rhizoid, they are branched, and sporangiophore is unbranched. So you can see stolon hyphae are there, and below side you can see towards the ground rhizoidal hypha are there. Basically they function for the absorption of nutrient, and sporangiophore, which is unbranched or aerial hypha. At the top it bear a structure called columella, which is again a form of sporangiophore only, and it helps in the absorption of water. And over it forms sporangium, which is a sac which produces spores, and these spores are called spongiospores. So when they release, they germinate. Now let's look at the structure of yeast. Yeast has a similar structure just like a eukaryotic cell. It is known as Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and it reproduces by budding. So a bud arises, and the nucleus is replicated. One copy goes to the bud, and later on when it mature it can grow as a separate yeast. Then Penicillium notatum. So these are the subsurface hyphae. From here conidiophore, which is the aerial hyphae, it grows, and then at the top it bears the spores called conidia. Now these are exogenously born, and they are released during the favorable condition. In the sexual reproduction, it forms the structure called ascus, and this is the spore bearing structure, and one ascus bear the 8 ascospore. Structure of Agaricus campestris, which is a mushroom. So you can look at the structure. This is a cap, and below cap a network is there which is called gill, and gill bears the actually fruiting bodies. So if you look at the structure of gill, it bears the structure called basidium, which is microscopic structure, and the basidium has this club like structures. At the tip you can see 4 different divisions which are called sterigmates, and they bear spore at the top. So one basidium bears 4 spores. Here is the stem like structure which is called stipe, and below is the mycelial threads. Again they are the hyphae which are busy absorbing nutrient. Then there are two structure, ring and volva. They are remnant structures that once the cap is formed, they are the remains which will remain attached with the structure of mushroom. Now what is basicarp is the fruiting body in Agaricus, which actually produces a spore on the surface of club structure. So you should know very well different terms. So we will have rest of the portion of fungi in part 2. So this is for this portion. Thank you.